Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Craig McAlpin, and I am the owner and manager of M&M Tax Pros Incorporated, located in Burbank, California. Today, I'm joined by my colleagues, enrolled agent Emily Churchill and enrolled agent Dolores Yanez. And we are here to welcome you to our 2023 tax season kickoff video. We've put this little video together for you guys, hopefully to give you a few updates on the upcoming tax season and a few tips to help make things go nice and smoothly for all of us throughout the process. And more than anything, I think we just wanted to say hello to everyone. We don't get to see you guys as much anymore, but it's nice to be able to have a little contact with you, and thank you guys all for being our clients. We know you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to getting your taxes done, and we really appreciate all you guys choosing us for your tax preparation. So thank you so much. And I think with that, let's get started. Let's take a look at our website if we can. Most of you probably get your tax organizer throughout the year sent to you from your tax professional. But in case you need to access it through another way, or maybe you get that email buried and you just need to go in and take a look, and or if you have someone you want to refer to us, you want to go to our website at mmtaxpros.com. And I think you can see it here on the screen now. So we're going to scroll right below the pictures. You can see the lovely young lady there. We have four marquee signs, starting with Get Started. We have the pricing, which tells you a little bit about our pricing and how we come about our base price and for our consultations and our corporate as well as individual and joint tax returns. We also have media and videos, which we have some few very informative videos that you guys might want to look at some point. And then we also have our pay invoice option, which takes you to where you would pay your invoice on our credit card. First of all, let's go to our Get Started portion of the video. If you can just click on Learn More. And there you go. This is going to take you over to our four-step process that we created to help people be able to get through their tax process with us, hopefully in a easy-to-use format. So if you take a look, step one, of course, this is contacting us, which you guys are returning clients, so you're already in contact with your tax preparer. Step two is filling out our organizer, our engagement letter, and accessing our secure portal. So if you take a look to your right, you see our engagement letter button. We're going to click on that. And most of you are familiar with our engagement letter. This is, you would need to fill this out, put your name and the tax year on it. You scroll down and you see this gives you all of our terms of service and basically gives us permission to do your taxes and tells you how we work with you. So you guys want to make sure you sign and date this. If you're filing jointly, you need both yours and your spouse's signature on this. And this is going to be one of the documents that you're going to send through our secure portal along with the other documents. So let's go back now and take a look at our tax organizer. So if you click on the tax organizer, this is going to come up, and I think all you guys are familiar with this. This is our basic information sheet, and it's got our intake questions, our expense list. Now, we've made this in a fillable PDF format, so you guys can download this to your device, and you can just type in the information as you go. If there's anything you're unsure of while you're filling the organizer out, just make sure to either put a little asterisk by it or leave it blank or include a note for your tax professional, and they'll be sure to help you with that. But as you can see, we've got the expense list going down. Continuing forward, we have the vehicle mileage expense organizer, and there are all your expenses that you're going to be using as well. And continuing down, more on the expense list, there is your rental property organizer. And let's see, I think that's the end of that portion of the organizer. So yeah, you guys should all be familiar with this, and new clients, make yourself familiar with it as well. And should be in a nice, easy to use fillable PDF format for you guys to fill out. So now that you've got your organizer filled out, you've got your engagement letter, you've got all your documentation, now comes the time to use our secure portal. So if you click on our secure portal here, you're going to have this screen come up. Now, some of you guys have already created an email, which would be your username and your password, and you remember what that is, and you've saved it from the past. Then you'll know what you're doing, and you'll be able to access this easily. If any of you have never used it, you want to be able to access the forgot password option, as you can see is right below where the password is. Now, in the perfect world, this would actually say, create username. But unfortunately, our website managers, this is what we're kind of set up with in their format, and this is one of those things that we can't change. So think create password, create username instead of forgot password. So what you would do is you would click on that link, and that's going to, we won't have to go there now, but what it will actually do, if you click on that link, it will send you an email, and then whatever email address you want to use to be able to send and receive messages with us, that's the email that you want to use. And then you want to create your password. And once you have that down, then you're going to come back to this window. You're going to click on again to go back to this window, and you will see here your login now. So now Emily already has her information in. So we're going to sign in, and we're going to go to the portal. So now that we sign in, here's our portal. And it's pretty basic stuff, guys, not too difficult to use. A couple of things we want to try to remind you of. This makes it really easy for us. Put a little subject line if you want to just say, hey, 2022 taxes, and make sure that you write below who it's for. So you could just say for Emily. And if you've got any notes or any message you want to include in that, that's fine as well too. And if you see right below this, below the send area, you're going to see this is where you're going to attach your files. You can drag and drop them over, or you can also just upload them. You can click on that and it should give you the upload option. Yeah, there you go. So you'll see your files that you can upload, and then make sure to hit send as well. So that is your button that's going to send it over. And at that point, it's going to come to our admin, and it will be assigned to your tax preparer, and then your tax preparer will get back in touch with you after that. A couple of things on sending things through the secure portal to us. We ask you, and this is really for everybody's benefit, if you guys cannot send us anything until you're able to send us everything, that would be really helpful for all of us. I think that it's mainly because we don't want anything to slip through the cracks, and it just works better for us once we have all your documentation together. And please send it in one PDF file. No JPEGs, no Google Drive, spreadsheets, or that sort of thing. Take your information from your spreadsheet and enter it into our organizer. So you can try to follow those suggestions, and that will really work smoothly for us and help you guys throughout the process as well. And let's take a look back. Let's go back to our organized, to our 4-step process. So if you scroll down a little bit further here, you'll see our step 3, which all of you should be familiar with this. This is reviewing your tax return. Your tax professional will get in touch with you at this point and go over the return with you. And then they will send you, in step 4, they'll send you your e-file authorization forms, which you guys will sign. You'll have your invoice coming to you at that point. And once you've signed all your forms and you have reviewed your return and paid us your invoice, then we will e-file for you. And if you're getting a refund, it will go to the account that you have provided us, or if you owe, we'll send you the vouchers as well. Now, if you scroll just below this 4-step process, the 4th step here, you're also going to see some very helpful videos that we put together last year. Emily actually is hosting these, and we're very happy with these. These are nice little tools in case you have any questions or suggest anything you might want to look into about, why should I fill out our organizer, or if you're curious about what a business expense actually is, or if you have some question on your vehicle expenses, vehicle mileage and how that works, or home office questions. We've got 4 very short and informative videos that might answer some of your questions, and they're right there for you to be able to use. So we hope you guys will take a look at those and use those to your advantage, however you need. And then if you go just below here, you're going to also see we have the ability, you can go in at any time you like and track your federal refund as well as your state refund. This is also on our homepage at the bottom. It should be probably at the bottom of every one of our pages on our website. So you just put your information in here and you're able to send it off, and you will get an update on where your federal refund or your state refund stands at that moment. So that's pretty much everything as far as involving our organizer and how to work with us. Make sure that you, if you can, try to follow those steps we ask you to. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. If you have any issues whatsoever accessing the portal, or if you're unsure about sending everything, how you would put that into a one PDF, just reach out to me at any point, and I'll be happy to help you guys, or your tax professional will get you in touch with me as well. And I'll be happy to guide you guys through any of these steps in the process. So I think that's everything on my end now as far as what I wanted to cover. And I'm going to bring you back now and turn you over to Emily.
Thanks, Craig. I just wanted to also point out, because I'm sure we might get this question. We've got the secure portal here, but also the client login. It's the
Yes.
same thing. So whenever, we're like, upload it to the secure portal, it is either this button, secure portal, or client login, and it literally takes you to the same place.
Right. Yep.
So
That's exactly.
either place is the same. Okay.
Cool.
Hope that
Exactly.
covers everything.
Thank you. Thank you for remembering that, Emily. I knew I would forget it.
No, I also am technically challenged in that area. So I was like, if anyone else is, hopefully this helps. Knock on wood. So I'm just gonna go over really quickly. I have a and Craig, thank you so much for going over that. I think that really helps, hopefully, everybody, because that was really informative.
Thanks.
So I want everybody to see this. I hope you can. I put a little sheet together, a few things that are changing for 2022 tax returns compared to 2021 tax returns. The IRS tax brackets, it's interesting how to word it, right? Because some say they've increased, meaning there's a broader bracket for each. So like 10% tax bracket, 20%, we've all heard of those. The income on that has stretched a bit, right? So it is increased, meaning there's more income in each tax bracket. So you might see a little bit more a benefit to you on your tax bill this year, maybe, cross fingers. We have standard deduction increase this year. It's $12,950 instead of $12,550 last year for single. Married filing joint, 25,900, and it was 25,100 last year. So those are some big things happening here. A few things on the pandemic relief that we no longer have, y'all, is both in 2020 and 2021, you were able to get an additional charity credit in addition to your standard deduction, which usually doesn't happen unless you itemize, right? You usually don't see those charity donations unless you itemize. But the last 2 years, you were able to see 300 up to 600. That is no longer for 2022 tax returns, okay? Another thing with the economic situations, last year and the year before, both years, they've had some unemployment situations. 2020, we were able to take off 10,200 against unemployment income, right? And then last year, if you had insurance to the marketplace, right? And you had unemployment, you did not most likely had to pay back any health care that you would have owed in a regular tax year. Okay. If you had unemployment and you had marketplace insurance, that helped you out on not owing back any usually, but that is no longer. So if you got that last year, there's not that, unfortunately, that exemption this year for the healthcare marketplace. And then the additional, this is because there is still an additional child tax credit, so put that in your noggin. But the additional child tax credit that came out throughout the year last year, and then maybe you got it all on your tax return, that additional is no longer also. Okay, just a few things to look out for that you may not notice, but some of you may notice. So I wanted to say that. And let me think, is there anything else that I am missing on the updates? I don't think so. If there is, let me know, Dolores or Craig. Two more things I want to talk about, and this is huge. Please, if you file an extension, it's totally cool, okay? But please pay something. If you file an extension, pay something, whatever it is, 5, 10, 20. Pay something with the extension, because that is literally the reason to file an extension. A lot of people don't know that, okay? Wink, wink. Insider info. You want to pay something, because if you don't and you end up owing, you will have a much larger penalty on that balance due. than if you had paid $5, $10, $20. And I've had clients come back to me and be like, thank you for telling me that because it saved me. And I'm like, okay. So make sure that you pay something with your extensions. Okay. Put that in your noggin. Yeah. And once again, I want to thank Craig so much for going over everything on the website. And going through our organizer, because it's really, really important that you all use our organizer, because we all have so many clients coming in with so much, you know, of your financial information that we want to be able to do the best job for you. And the way for that to happen is to fill out our forms so we know where to look, right? So if you're sending us stuff that is a spreadsheet, and so everyone has a different spreadsheet, okay, and so you're looking at it, we're looking at it, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm not able to make sense of this in the way that I need to put it into the return to benefit you. So that's really one of the main reasons is why we need those organizers filled out, is because it really helps us help you. Yeah, that's a saying. And I think that's it on my part. Dolores, do you want to take it from here?
Okay, y'all. I'm going to talk about three things. And starting with the filling out the tax organizer. Emily is totally right. You know, we take the time every single year to change it, to update it. And there's a lot of questions that we ask on there because we have to ask them because of the IRS, right? And also, we also update it and improve it because based on your feedback. So we try to have a better organizer every year. And there's so many questions on there, we know. But a lot of the questions we ask, it's because we have to ask them because of the IRS. And if you don't answer them, we have to go back to you and via email or whatnot to get that information from you. And there are other questions that we ask because we want to get a complete picture of your individual tax situation. And that helps us prepare a better tax return for you. And it helps honestly make the more complete you your tax organizer is, the more efficient the whole tax return process is. And if there's something on there that maybe you want to input or you want to tell us and you're not sure exactly where to put it, make a note. We'll get it. We'll get it. So don't worry about that. So super important for you to fill out the tax organizer. And one thing that you may overlook is your address. So many people move during the year, and then when it comes to tax time, that's the last thing on your mind. And you think, oh, they have my information from last year, but you forget, right? So complete everything, update your address. The second thing I want to talk about, and it hopefully will save you money, is your Roth IRA contribution. This does not apply to everybody, but if you are planning on making a Roth IRA contribution, it's a good idea to submit your information early, so that way we can determine whether you are allowed to make that Roth IRA contribution. If the reason is because Roth IRAs, they are subject to income and certain tax filing statuses. So what happens is you want to avoid over contributing, because then you will avoid any penalties and taxes. So if you are able to submit early, please do so. And if you are not able to submit early and want to make a Roth IRA contribution, maybe don't do it. Maybe don't do it. Yeah. You just want to avoid those penalties and avoid those extra taxes. The last thing I want to talk about is the City of LA tax. Now, if you live in the City of LA or certain surrounding areas and you have a business, you will be subject to the City of LA tax. Now, the good news is that you can apply for an exemption, and you can go onto their website and look at the different exemptions they have to see which one is right for you. And you have up to February 28th. That's the deadline to apply for the exemption or renew your exemption. It has to be done every single year, and the deadline is usually February 28th. You can start as early as January 1st. If you don't know whether you live in the city of LA or those certain surrounding areas, you can go onto their website, input your zip code, and it will let you know. And I think if there's anything I missed, please, Emily or Craig, feel free to chime in.
Oh, it's great.
I think that covered everything. So anything else you had, Emily?
No, I think that's it. I feel great about it. I'm ready for
Yeah.
this tax season. Knock on wood.
Great. Well, hey, well, listen, big thanks to Emily and big thanks to Dolores for what your contributions you guys put in. And really a big thank you to you guys. Again, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys being our clients. We look forward to serving you. And we just want to wish you guys all a very happy, healthy, and prosperous 2023. And we hope to see you guys again soon. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.